Actor Madelaine Petsch played Cherry Blossom on the hit show Riverdale for 7 years, and now she's starring in the second installment of the Strangers trilogy. This is a horror film, follows a group of mass murderers in a remote town. So she plays Maya, who survived in the first film, and now she is on the run again. What's going to happen? As the Strangers are determined to finish what they started, they are on a mission. In this clip, a traumatized Maya starts to fear she cannot trust the Good Samaritans who rescued her.
Please. Just drive. Please just drive, please. What are you doing? Open the door! Open it! Let me out! Let me out of here! Maya! Let me out of here! Let me out of here! You said you would help me! I am helping you. Let me out! Open it!
Well, first on CBS Mornings, run! Madelaine Petsch joins us now. Now, I know they're good Samaritans, but when the doors lock, you go, ruh-roh, this cannot end well.
Why, yes.
Congratulations to you on the second installment, because I watched it last night. Alone, that's not good. I'm still feeling very traumatized this morning. Do you like this genre?
Love.
Because listen, for people who like horror films, this is a good one.
This is the one. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. I do. I love it. I wanted to do it justice. I watched all of the movies in Blockbuster as a kid. It's my favorite.
But this is the thing. I was reading that you had very little time to prepare for this role. What does that mean?
I was shooting another film, and I was offered this 3 weeks before they started production in Slovakia, which means I had to travel relatively soon to start
3 weeks
production.
before.
Yeah, so I traveled. I finished that film a week later. I went home for 2 days, and then I got on a plane and went to Slovakia. So I didn't even have time to mentally wrap my head around what I was going to do. I just was like, okay, just gotta go.
And did you know when you took it that you were going to be shooting 3 movies?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
This may be a dumb question, but when you're acting in a horror movie, is it scary in the scene when you're there, or only scary on screen later?
I personally feel like you can't manufacture fear on screen. You have to actually feel it. I think you guys would all be able to see that it's inauthentic. So
Yes.
I was scared on set.
So what do you like about it?
Yeah,
It's
good
thrilling.
question.
It's thrilling. Do you like horror films?
I'm not
He
a
does
horror
not.
fan. I understand the artistry, and this has got artistry into it, and it's a great one if you like horror films.
Thank
But
you.
you say the toughest part is what it does to your body, or what it...
Like mentally. So, I mean, speaking of having to be scared all the time, it puts my body into fight or flight and
Yes.
shoots my cortisol levels up, which I already have problems with as a woman. So when I come down and I'm at home at night, I can't sleep. I can't get my mind from stopping to race. And so it's nice because it keeps the tension for me when I go to work the next day. I'm always kind of in fight or flight, but when I finish one of those movies, it feels like I can finally breathe again.
Yeah.
That's how I felt watching this movie. Gosh, please let her be okay.
Well, you hope so. But, you know, what I want to touch on are the themes in this film. Unlike the first film where you're basically in a cabin, in this one, you are kind of everywhere. In a hospital, in a car, and you even fight a wild boar at one point, right? There's a really incredible scene with that. But there's something interesting about this. The idea that there are strangers that may commit violence is undercut by giving us a little bit of a backstory of who these strangers are. Why did you, because you're an executive producer on this film, why did you decide to hit that?
I actually would like to clarify. I would never refer to it as a backstory. I think it's really important. The original 2008 film, the whole thing that makes it scary, I think, is that you don't need a reason why to kill these people.
Exactly.
Exactly. So I think giving these characters a backstory will remove that ambiguity in a way that wouldn't work. So what we're trying to do is open the curtain to take a peek back at previous killings, and that's basically it. We don't want to be giving people a narrative as to why or what or how. It's more just they've been doing this for a lot longer than you think.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, just the way you open with the statistics that in 2023, 1,670 people in this country were murdered by strangers. I mean, I had totally chosen at random, which I think just adds to the fear of this movie, thinking it could be anybody.
Yeah.
It could be anybody.
Yeah, that's the hardest part about promoting this film is I don't even like to put that out in the world, so I never like to bring it back to that. But I mean, that is what makes it so scary, I think.
You do most of your own stunts, including a stunt with an axe that I'm told was very real and was very close to your face. Why would you do this?
You know, that is a case of me just blacking out on set and doing whatever I have to do to make the movie happen. In hindsight, the current Madelaine would say no to doing that. But when I'm on set it's almost like a different version of me takes over, and I'm like, whatever we gotta do to get the shot. So they're like, yeah, it's gonna go right by your head, like right by your head. And I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. And then I look back on it, and I'm like, how could I could have lost an ear at minimum.
So this is so funny that the way you're describing this to Tony's question, because you got a new movie coming out, which is a comedy, right? It's called Maintenance Required, and it's very different, Tony.
Yeah.
It's not a horror film, but you are incredibly funny. And so I'm wondering what it's like to go from dodging axes and murderers to this comedic role.
Hey, Madelaine, it's called acting. That's what it is. That's what you do.
But you have to be.
I wonder about that
acting
too,
natural?
because
being funny, is that natural or is that acting?
I think I feel like I am naturally funny, and
Yes.
everyone behind the camera is actually saying yes. Can you tell?
Right?
So,
She's naturally funny.
No,
Yeah.
I think variety is the spice of life as an actor. The more different things I can do, the more polarizing, the more divisive the character, the more interesting to play for an
Do
actor.
you have a favorite rom-com of all time?
Yes, I do. Crazy Stupid Love.
All right.
I think that is a perfect film.
I love Sleepless in Seattle. Is there a backstory to your name? Because they kept, I
we
would say
teach you
Madelaine, and they kept saying, no, Madelaine. Is there a backstory?
I actually got used to people just calling me Madelaine,
Yeah.
so it's fine if that happens. But
I don't wanna do that.
My parents my mom got to name my brother, and so my mom told my dad he could name me, and he said right as she was about to give birth to me, "I've got it, Street." And my mom was like, absolutely not. And then she went under for her C-section. She came back and she said Lane, like Madelaine, Street. She's like, we'll compromise.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
So do your folks call you Lane for short?
Yeah, they do.
That's cute.
Mom and Dad. Okay,
Maybe
Lane.
Street Petch.
Thank
So
you,
it doesn't
Lane.
have the
That
same
would be
ring.
crazy.
I like the name Lane Petsch. That's nice. Thank you so much. Congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you. The Strangers Chapter 2 is in theaters this Friday.